car.
Hey, that guy's trying
In
to
a
steal my truck.
semi.
Get back here, you
Okay,
asshole!
the
I
traffic's
saw
going
that.
30 miles an hour.
Hi, gentlemen. What's going on
Look
today?
at my car, officer. Look at this.
Okay, what happened?
I was driving down this road, and this semi carrying this car decided to come into oncoming lane and smashed right into me and sent me airborne. I did a flip in the air and landed here. I can't feel my legs.
Okay. Alright. Driver,
This man should lose his license.
driver of the truck, I tell you what, if you want to grab your license and insurance card out of the cab, that'd be great. One Sam 08. I'm gonna be out with a 1050 on Joshua near Seaview. I'm gonna need a 1052 for one subject at this time. Alright, my man. You got that information?
I don't think we have anything. That's not mine.
Alright. How fast are you going, man?
I was going about 50, about the speed limit, but the car was going, like I was passing a car, it was going about 30. And I didn't see any traffic coming, and he turned this corner going, like, really fast.
I was going like 40.
Okay, man, I
had just pulled out of the parking lot there.
I gave you a chance to talk. Let him talk, and I'll come back to you, okay?
Yeah, I didn't see him, and he just pulled out.
Okay, which way were you going?
I was going north. He was coming south.
Okay, so he was... So, you were going... hold on. You were going that way. And he was going this way, correct?
Yeah. I think he pulled out of that parking lot up the road, but you can't see it behind this building.
Okay.
We have a witness to this whole thing. I'm waiting for my witness to get here.
Okay. Just in your own words.
Here's the witness.
Just in your own words, which way were you coming from?
I pulled out of this parking lot down here with my buddy who was in the truck. I pulled out and started going straight, and right about directly right here, I witnessed the semi come right over into my lane.
King 66, signal 11 East Joshua Road.
Okay. All right. And you saw all
like
this
I
happen?
said, this man 158. Yep.
They're all in the FFA.
Gentleman in the black, you saw this happen?
Yeah, I did.
Now you step over here and talk to me, please.
Sure.
What exactly did you see happen, and where were you at when all this occurred?
I was in the parking lot with him. I was trying to secure this business because it's part of our patrol program for the security officer. And I saw this truck coming down Joshua Road, and then the red vehicle, the red sedan, pulled out and impacted with the black truck. The black truck appeared to hit it on the back left corner, and the vehicle spun out, hit the pole, and ended up over here.
Okay, so the car pulled out in front of the truck from the parking lot? Was it the auto repair
It
parking
looked
lot
like
over
the
there?
truck hit the car.
Well, yeah, but you said the truck was already coming up Joshua, and he came from over there and pulled out in front of it and got clipped in the back. Is that correct? I'm just trying to make sure that I understand what you're telling me. The truck was already driving on Joshua. Is that correct?
Yes, it was, but it may or may not have been in the lane of travel for the other car.
And the red car was coming from a parking lot onto the thoroughfare, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And went into the path of the tow truck.
Yes.
Alright. Do you mind doing a statement for me as to all that?
Well, like I said, the tow truck was most likely in the lane of his vehicle.
Okay. But just
Yeah, that's fine.
based on what you've told me, the red car came out of a parking lot and turned into the roadway in front of the tow truck.
Technically, yes. But the tow truck shouldn't have been in the lane of travel of his vehicle. Yes.
Also, it was way farther from the parking lot, by the way. Don't forget to add that.
Alright. I tell you what, man, here's that statement for me. If you can just fill that out, and I'll be right back over to get that from you, okay? Alright, driver of the truck, exactly where were you at in your truck when you guys collided?
I was about
Farther
not
back.
to that green sign yet, but just before it, so right about this pole.
Okay, and what lane, like where were you at as far as the lane goes?
Oh, okay, I was probably, I mean, I was oncoming lanes, but I had just started pulling in on.
Okay, why were you pulling into oncoming lanes?
Oh, I was passing a car. The car's going really slow, about 30, 50. I was still under the speed limit.
Okay. So, same thing with you, man. I'm just going to be doing a statement as to what happened as far as the crash goes, and we're going to go from there for everything, okay? So there's that statement for you right there. If you could just fill that out, you can feel free to use the hood of my car if you need to, and I'll be back over to get that momentarily, okay? Alright, so just so I've got this correct, and I want to make sure I've got it correct with you, Mr. Weston, correct?
What?
Your last name is Weston, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Just so I have this correct, you're pulling out of
King 66.
the parking lot over there. Hold on.
You're the farthest parking lot, all the way at the end.
Okay, so you're pulling out of a parking
lot.
You came into the lane of travel.
I did not see. Yeah, so I did not see the semi because he was behind a vehicle coming, and I wasn't looking at that. I was driving on mine, making sure there's nobody in my way, and as I'm going, he decides he wants to start coming into my lane, and I could not stop fast enough. This car doesn't have very good brakes.
Okay.
And so he smashed right into me.
So you, so just so I've got this correct, he went to pass the vehicle that was in front of him is what he's telling me.
Yes.
But you were still pulling out of a parking lot.
I was already on the road. No, I was already on the road driving towards here because I pulled out of the parking lot and then I was driving up the road, and right about here was when he decided to start pulling out. So I was already on the road going the speed limit.
Okay. Well, it looks like the medics are here to take care of you, and we're going to do some further follow-up on this and go from there for you guys, okay?
Okay, well, I want to press charges because this is ridiculous.
Well, just so you're aware, okay, from what I've gathered from an independent witness is that both of you are basically going to be at fault. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do up the...
I'm going to be in fault because he drove into me.
Well, from what the independent witness is telling me, you came out of a parking lot pulled in front of him, okay?
The parking lot is all the way down there.
Hold on, but he's also saying that the truck driver is also telling me that he was going in oncoming traffic to pass a vehicle. So there's violations on both parts there as far as that goes. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take and I'm going to do the crash, and I'm going to let both the insurance companies essentially handle this. That way it goes the way it needs to go.
User left your channel.
And everybody can get their cars fixed and go on about their lives, okay?
Who's your supervisor?
I am the supervisor, sir.
Son of a bitch.
User left your channel.
Okay, oh fuck this.
User
Look at
joined
my
your
car.
channel.
I understand
You
that.
can clearly tell. Like, just look at my car and you can tell what happened. If you look at the damage on my car and the damage on where his car was.
And the damage that I'm seeing is going right in line with what the independent witness told me, so... I mean, if you want, I can absolutely cite both of you guys for the traffic violations. You guys are going to have to pay fines as well as the paper, as far as everything to go with your insurance to get your vehicles fixed.
No, he literally smashed into my car. By driving in oncoming lanes when there was a car coming. And you should never be passing a car as a semi-driver.
Especially not in
Ever.
an intersection.
Yeah.
User disconnected
But
from
if
your
what you're
channel.
saying
Coming
is
up
if
to
it's
an
all the way down
intersection,
there,
that's
it's not an
just
intersection.
reckless.
No, I
No, but
drove
you're
I
coming
pulled
up
out of
to
the
it.
parking
all the
lot.
way
You're
down.
All the
coming
way
up
at the
to
end.
an intersection.
So I drove out onto the road, and
So
I'm
it's not an
driving up the
intersection.
road, and right here, I get to this point, and I see you start coming over. So
This
all the
road's
way up
like
here, so it
close
wasn't
to
even
the
pulling
side.
out of a parking lot. It was literally way up the road from the parking lot.
I mean,
So
you
it's
can
not an
see the
intersection.
tire marks right here.
Yeah.
So how is it
You
all
can
the way
see
down
the tire
there?
marks here where he pulled out and got hit. I
Yeah,
mean, the
I
tire
pulled
marks
out-
are here.
I pulled out
But
here.
then how is it all the way at
And
the
then
end
he
of the
got-
road if the
and then
tire
he got
marks are
hit.
here?
He got hit right here. And flew
Well,
over
he's
into
saying
that.
he got hit all the way down there.
No, I got hit way further. This is different tire marks, because I was right about
Oh,
to the direction that it threw.
I mean,
it
they're not my truck
was-
tire marks, so I don't know whose
Yeah.
they would be.
That's because yours
Tire
are right
marks are
here. Look,
right
you
here.
can see yours here.
I swear I was
The
farther, because there's no
pressure's
way it
not
would
all the
throw
way
me
down
into this
there.
pole from there. I would have to be up here for it to throw. But yeah, it was right about here he merged over.
But
and you can
my
see how far
tire
from the
marks
parking
are
lot that
here,
is.
and yours are way back there. So how did it happen down here if there's no tire
Not,
marks?
because you were right here, and you merged over. Because when you hit me, I went flying into this. Because I got thrown backwards. And over to here. So we would have to have been farther up this way, so that when you hit me, it'd throw me over to that spot.
Let's
Because if
not
we were
stand
any
in the
farther
road.
back, it would have thrown me farther. But yeah, you could see the different distance, how far I was on the road already.
Okay, just so I've got this correct. You, Mr. Weston, were coming this way on Joshua. The truck was going this way, but you want me to believe that you guys hit here and it shot you over there even though you
they
were
were way
coming
back
this
there.
way.
Yeah, really.
You weren't that far forward. You
I
were
don't see
way
it.
back
Now,
there.
what happened?
I'll be honest,
Yeah,
I could
I'm
see
agreeing
that
with the witness right
Yeah.
now.
I could tell you right now, if
He
he's
pushed me.
coming over here, you guys hit about here, that would put the vehicles coming over here, which is where they both came to final
Yeah.
rest.
It was about
He
at this
was way
pole.
back there.
Just like I said, there's 2 poles. I said it was about at this pole right here.
If he hit me here, it would have thrown me farther back.
So again, it's still, no, it wouldn't have, because if he's coming over here, your vehicle's going to deflect off the front of his from the back end that it hit you, and you're going to come straight
And
over
go
in here where
forward?
you're at.
Well, either way, it's way far from out of that parking lot for him to be swerving out into oncoming lanes.
Okay,
Okay, so
and he, honestly, he could be saying that nobody was supposed to be coming out of that parking lot. He's making a legal pass because you can
Supposed to
pass
be?
on a dotted yellow line, right? He goes to go
So,
around.
because
you
I pulled
come
out of a parking lot,
I'm
and
sorry,
was
did you
driving on
just
the
say
right
You
lane
have
of
to look
traffic.
before you
Supposed to be
pull
coming
out.
out
You
of that
can't just
parking lot?
pull out.
I looked, I pulled out, there was nobody coming in my lane from that direction, which is the lane I
Yeah.
should be looking at.
It's just reckless.
I'm
to
driving on my
fucking
lane,
pass on a
and
dotted
you
at
come
an
drive
intersection.
over and smash into me. That
It's
should
not
never
an
be on my fault.
intersection, sir.
That up there
I
is,
said
yeah, that's an
coming up
intersection.
to
Yeah,
the
but if you're
intersection.
saying it's all the way down there too, and you're still saying it's intersection, so it doesn't make any sense.
No, I pull out from a parking lot there. Okay, ignore the witness. I pull out from here. I'm driving up the correct lane of traffic, and I get hit by somebody trying to swerve around somebody. That is on their fault, and no matter what the situation is. That's how it works in real life.
Yeah, it's unsafe passing if you hit somebody
Yeah.
as you're trying to go around.
And also, semis are never allowed to pass.
That's not
That's
true.
they
But
should never be passing, especially while towing a vehicle.
that is your personal opinion. That's not law. So
It's bullshit. Whatever. Fuck. I'll deal with this myself. Motherfucker, it's dead.
Well done.
all right.
Screw this.
So-
I'm getting in the truck. I'll deal with this myself.
Yeah, good luck with that. Okay.
All right. Gentlemen, I'm gonna get
I
those
don't like the
statements.
sound of that.
I'm gonna get those statements that I handed to you guys, and like I've explained, and I thought I've done a very good job of explaining it to you how it falls on both of them, as far as the one guy coming out of a parking lot, and whether or not he's in a tow truck, a Civic, a Crown Vic, or whatever, he is able to pass in this area if the vehicle is going too slow.
He is able to, but he should not be, as he's coming up to an intersection, and if he does hit another vehicle while doing so, he is at fault.
Not completely when the other vehicle is coming out of a parking lot.
According to his view, he was merging into a clear and open lane.
Yeah, it would make more sense if I pulled out of the parking lot here. But because I pulled out from down there, that makes no
So
sense.
it would make sense if the truck was already merged, but from the damage pattern, you can see that he was barely hit on the rear. So it indicates that the truck was
Front.
just starting to come over.
Not rear.
Alright. Well, gentlemen, like I said, that's where we're going to leave it at. The crash report's going to be done, the car's going to be fixed in insurance, and honestly, both of them are going to be having a little bit of fault in it. Unfortunately, that is the way that most traffic crashes do occur, and both do have some sort of responsibility as far as their crash actions go. So,
Just giving you some insight, in my opinion.
I understand
Okay,
your
come on,
opinion,
Nick.
but I also know what the laws are, so.
My car's dead, so I'll need a ride.
Mr. Weston, would you like me to have your car towed for you?
Yep, go ahead. It's totaled anyway. Sell it for scrap.
Alright, is your tow truck able to be driven out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's a goddamn fucking tank.
Fucking things will fuck.
And if the car needs towed, I can tow it. My shop's just up the road.
Oh, that's alright.
The
Well,
car you
we're
already
gonna
have
take
on.
care of it as far as the county goes, so. One Sam 08. I need a 1051 my location for one 4-door red car, please. One Sam 08. I'll be 10-8.